When India says that there is no student struggle in Bangladesh, it is seen as a conspiracy theory. The United States is projecting everything onto another country's international affairs, calling it a deep state. Now, look at this news. George Soros, we have heard this name often. Today, everyone who follows politics knows who George Soros is. He has interfered in elections to change governments, including in India. He is a powerful individual who can directly challenge government ministers. In many countries, he supports an open society where people can live freely, and there is an open border policy. He advocates for controversial ideas. He has even identified himself as God, once saying, "When I see the amount of money I earn, I feel like I am God. The world should happen as I say." Some people live in this illusion. But in reality, everyone eventually gets 6 feet of land. Soros has openly expressed his views in interviews. Now, George Soros is 92 years old, and many people comment on his age. But even if he is gone, his son, Alex Soros, will continue his legacy. People may die or change, but the ideology and network remain. This brings us to Professor Muhammad Yunus. A photo surfaced of Yunus meeting with Alex Soros. This happened just a day before the US halted $1.3 billion in funds. If we analyze India's budget, we see some promising policies, such as the tax-free fund of 12.5 rupees lakhs. However, from a geopolitical perspective, the budget is passed by Parliament, allowing the government to allocate resources as needed. The aid given to Sri Lanka remains the same for 2024 to 2025 as it was in 2023 to 2024. Funding for Maldives, Nepal, and Afghanistan has increased, but Bangladesh remains static. This sends a geopolitical message. After meeting with Alex Soros, he tweeted that the Open Society Foundation's leadership met with Bangladesh's chief advisor to discuss efforts to restore the country's economy, recover stolen money, and manage misinformation. But why is an NGO founder discussing these matters with a government official? Misinformation falls under the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Foreign Affairs. Why is Alex Soros involved? Furthermore, recovering stolen money is typically handled by governments or international courts, not private individuals or NGOs. The strategy seems to be that Yunus and his allies will plead for financial support. Trump had already halted funding, and now they are discussing cybersecurity and the Rohingya crisis. Yunus, a UNESCO champion and longtime Open Society ally, plays a key role. The connections between Soros, Yunus, and the Open Society Foundation raise questions. At a critical time, discussions are taking place about what leadership Bangladesh needs. These conversations are happening while political changes unfold. A chief advisor who suddenly gained power is aligning with a controversial institution and a billionaire's son to discuss a country's future. This should have been predicted months ago. Now, financial restrictions are tightening. Switzerland, a small but wealthy country, has stopped giving financial support. During World War II, Switzerland remained neutral, attracting massive wealth. Even today, large amounts of money are stored there. They were previously offering $3,000 per month to certain individuals, but now they have stopped. Other countries, like Zambia, have also had US funding cut. India is also reducing financial aid. Governments decide who receives financial assistance, and Switzerland has opted out. This raises a critical question: where will Bangladesh turn for support? Some forces might push for a military-controlled government to exploit Chittagong's gas reserves, investing $1 billion now to generate $500,000 billion later. This is a classic method of economic manipulation. UNESCO's funding cuts are another sign of shifting alliances. If Alex Soros and the Open Society Foundation step in to support Yunus, it will be telling. But the misinformation being spread suggests a deeper agenda. Meanwhile, efforts are being made to restore Yunus's reputation. He is being portrayed as a champion of human rights, despite the fact that official records show 2,700 instances of violence against Hindus, Christians, and Sikhs. If this is the recorded number, how many cases remain undocumented? Muhammad Yunus, a so-called human rights champion, remains at the center of these geopolitical maneuvers. George Soros' son, Alex Soros, plays a key role. The question remains, will Alex Soros save Yunus, or will he let him fall? Let's see how this unfolds. Thank you.